Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Tech Talk Tuesday. My name is Brian Mursky, and I am the owner of Veranda Technologies. We're here in Brick Township, New Jersey, and we service Monmouth, Ocean, and the surrounding counties. So last week we talked a bit about domain names and hosting and having your own domain, and what to do with it, what it means to have a website, an email, and a bit about that. I wanted to dive deeper into email this week. We get a tremendous amount of questions about email, and it is a fairly confusing topic. So I'm going to run through the different types of email, the most common being free email from services like AOL, Yahoo, Gmail, Google, etc. They're free, and that's great, and I'm not discounting those services entirely. They're great for second accounts. They're great for specific purposes. I don't love them for businesses because you're stuck with their identity, right? Your email address is something at AOL, something at Gmail, something at Yahoo. I like more of an identity. I like, I have at verandatech.com or at verandatechnologies.com for our email addresses. It's just, it's personal. It's tied to us, right? It's our likeness as opposed to theirs. You also have to frequently put up with ads being injected into either the emails themselves or the portal that you're using to check the email. So you've got some advertising going on in the free services. If they're down or you're having a problem, support is extremely limited. You can't get somebody from Google on the phone or Yahoo on the phone. It's email or chat only, and most of these services don't even offer chat. So you're emailing and you'll wait 3, 4, 6, 10 days till you get a response. And you lose some flexibility. They all have spam filters built in, but I know people get a tremendous amount of spam. And for example, Veranda Technologies resells a spam filtering solution that can cut down on spam 60 to 80% pretty much overnight. They don't work with those third-party services. You have to have your own domain name for us to filter the email for you. So I just wanted to quickly cover some of the downsides of having the free solutions. Again, not to knock them completely. I have a Gmail account. I just don't use it for business. So let's assume that you have your own domain name, right? You have a verandatech.com or something like it for your company. There are still several types of email. You can have POP email. You can have IMAP email. And those are typically listed as a combined package because most providers that you get either POP or IMAP from offer both. You can have Exchange email. You can have Hosted Exchange, which is very similar. You can have Office 365. And I'll run through the differences between them for those that don't know. So POP and IMAP are the oldest email technologies. POP stands for Post Office Protocol, and IMAP, Internet Message Access Protocol. The difference between POP and IMAP is that with POP, most of you probably have POP email accounts, by the way, either POP or IMAP, and you just don't even, you may not know it. With POP email accounts, when the device that's set up to pull the mail, to log in and get your mail, pulls it down from the server. So you can leave the mail there on the server or you can download it, but it's a one-time transfer. So you're pulling the mail down to that device. If you have multiple devices, the second device either won't get the mail if you've downloaded it and deleted it, or will get the mail, but they'll be out of sync. So the ways you commonly know if you're on POP is if you have multiple devices set up for the email account, and let's say on your computer you have a set of messages and on your phone you have a set of messages or your tablet. If you delete from one, they will not delete from the other because they're truly two independent sets of messages that were downloaded at different distinct times, and they're independent of each other. IMAP resolves that problem. IMAP, the mail never gets downloaded to your device. It actually lives on the server. It stays on the cloud-based server wherever it lives. Your device is effectively opening up a window to that, so you could stick your head through and read it from afar. So if you delete something from your tablet, it's gone from your PC and laptop and etc., because all of those devices are effectively looking at the main database of email, which is on the server. You can interchange them for the most part. Again, most providers that offer POP or IMAP offer both, so you can set some devices up one way, some devices up the other. We can help you if you want to ask any specific questions about those two. Then there's Exchange. Exchange was originally called ActiveSync Mail. Companies would go to Exchange-based email depending on the number of mailboxes you had, the length of time you had your domain. If you want to bring it in-house, basically. So rather than paying a service a yearly fee per mailbox for the number of mailboxes that you need, you could purchase your own Exchange server and operating system from Microsoft and host it in-house. So it's more money up front, should work out to less money later. Again, there's some math involved. It depends how many users you have and how frequently you change users. There's a lot that goes into determining if that makes sense. Because it didn't make sense for a lot of companies, third-party companies like GoDaddy's started doing hosted Exchange, where they would bear the brunt of the cost for a server, and they would charge you monthly based on how many mailboxes or email addresses you have. So you can do hosted Exchange through many resellers. GoDaddy I just mentioned because I deal with them a lot. I have customers who use them, and so I know them intimately as all. And you can host your Exchange environment. Now GoDaddy, keeping with that example, has stopped taking on new hosted Exchange customers. And the reason for that is Exchange is kind of going by the wayside. Most people now, if you're going to want a scalable solution, are going to Office 365. Office 365 is Microsoft's email product. They have won the email war. If you're using email and you're not using POP or IMAP, you're going to be using Microsoft servers. Office 365 is wildly popular. The only thing most people really don't like about it is the cost, because you're paying per month per mailbox. So as you grow, your cost goes up, not down. As opposed to when you had your own server, you could add unlimited email addresses to that. It wouldn't matter, other than the amount of memory maybe that the server had and size hard drives, but you could upgrade those affordably as well. So Office 365 is a pay-per-use, cloud-based software as a service, and you pay Microsoft for the number of mailboxes. Now, any of these that you use, if you're thinking about switching from one to the other, or you're considering going to Office 365, you'd want to talk to somebody like us. We can describe the process to you, how one moves from one to the other. There are it's not hard, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to do either. It takes some planning and just organizing and talking about. But we're happy to do that for you. Again, we're always here for help. This is a short one today, I think. Just wanted to run through the different types of email because we hit on it last week briefly with hosting and thought we would cover the different types of email. You can email us at helpdesk@verandatech.com. You can visit our website at verandatech.com or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/verandatech. I'm always available by phone for questions, 732-743-5772. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time on Tech Talk Tuesday.